everybody. Welcome back to FFC. I'm your host, Coach. What a game. It's week 3, Thursday night football in San Francisco versus the Giants. It was a good enough game. I gave it a great game. Please trust me. We're not starting this episode off with no bull like that. No. We're starting off excited because man, I hit some numbers on the dime. Not as perfect as Kyle from Good Morning Football. This man actually gets the score 30-12. Who even thinks of 12? But it would be smart if you think that the Giants would do nothing but hit 4 field goals. I mean, I didn't expect the Giants to score. I told everybody yesterday if I was so scared to start Darren Waller. Like I initially said no. I said if you had to, he might be the one touchdown that the Giants get because I said the score would be 38 to what to 10. I said 38-10. And or did I say 38-12? One of them two. 38-10. I said 38-10. They scored 2 more points than what I said. So yeah. Um and Purdy was one touchdown away from me having my 37. I said 37 actually. 37-10. But hey, I'll take the 30-12. Ain't nothing wrong with that score. Uh, everybody I said was gonna go off went off. Purdy went off for 20. Voicemail. Oh, Google sometimes well, see, these technology just get you sometimes. Google just start talking, ain't say nothing to it. That made me wonder sometimes. But anyway, Purdy dropped nice 20 points. So that's what we're about to do right now. We're gonna recap this game. Uh Purdy had 20 points. He went again. Another thing, I said Purdy is going to throw for 312. Purdy threw for 310. Hey, I take it. I said 3 touchdowns. He gave me 2. He gave us 2. It's okay. There was one that should have been there. It didn't happen. It's all right. We'll take the 20 from Brock Purdy. Okay, we definitely remember if we have Brock Purdy on our roster, if we started Brock Purdy, it's great that we started him. But remember, if he's on our roster, he was at the bottom. He was probably picked before Sam Howell. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So that means you loaded up on players, and you can accept that nice 20 sitting with Sam Howell. And we absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. George Kittle. What did I say? I said George Kittle was gonna score. I said George Kittle was gonna get some work. Why? Brandon Ayuk is out. Target's got to go to another man. Who's the safest bet? George Kittle. I get Ronnie Bell. Uh, had a nice little 10 points. He had nice 10. And that's because why? Ronnie Bell got the one one of the passing touchdowns. Because the other one went to Debo. So again, I didn't think George Kittle was going to get a touchdown. I did say he was going to get work. And look, that work got you 16 points. Here's the work 7 for 90. That's work. Yeah, 7 catches for 90 yards. That's what you need. For a tight end spot, you're sitting on 16 points on Thursday Night Football. Brilliant. All right. Uh, Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey. What more do we need to say? He was a top 5, top 3 pick. Okay, he was 1, 2, or 3 in fantasy, and he is playing like number 1. Well, I'll say number 2 because JJ is still playing like number. He is still playing the number 1. He ain't dropping that because he is leading in receiving right now. But yes, Christian McCaffrey is playing like the number 2 overall, possibly number 1 overall pick. He had 18 carries for 85 yards, 5 catches for 34 yards, 22 points of fantasy. Beautiful. And then what did I say? I specifically said Debo is going off. I said this was a Debo Christian McCaffrey game. Nobody else is getting involved in this. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? 6 catches, 129 yards, and a touchdown. Come on, y'all. That was an easy game. Giants, they hit their peak last year. This is going to be so bad. I hope. I don't know what's going to happen with this organization. I don't know if this is going to be ugly enough to let Dabo go. Like, I don't know what's approaching here. What I do know is, what are they? 1-2 and 0-3? Let's find out right now, right? We got knowledge for it. You wanted to. So it's gonna be forget it. They had a nice little comeback win, but this is gonna be a rough season. There's nothing there. This is not gonna look good for Darren Waller owners. We're into week 3, and he what did he have? He had basically nothing. What was he? 3 for 20. Probably had 5 points. Like if you're a Darren Waller owner, I'd be a little worried. Like, I never moved him up in rankings. I almost forgot about him really in the rankings. I think where I saw him at, I think I just left him there. I don't know. Maybe it's because he went to the Giants, so I wasn't really sure what was going to happen. Now we're in the week 3, and against another good defense that can't barely score. They scored 4 field goals. Like it's not looking really good. Matt Breda had 10 points, 4 carries for 17 yards with a touchdown. Without that touchdown, though, he had crap. Like again, I said don't start him. You were better off starting Elijah Mitchell for his 7 points because he at least got a little work with 11 carries for 42 yards. So, but hey, our stars of the show was all 49ers. Didn't that defense do work too? How many sacks did that defense have? Give me a second. Let me go look at this game real quick. I want to look at some numbers. Let's see here. No, let me see the numbers. They're trying to show me the game that I don't want to watch. I just want to look at numbers here. There we go. All right. So stat line, 49ers. Nope, I'm gonna go to team. There we go. All right. So they had 1 interception, 2 sacks, 1 interception and 2 sacks. So 3 turnovers. So for your 49ers defense, they only allow 12 points. I think that means they got around like maybe I can't find their defensive scoring right now. Oh, yes, I can. I'm sorry. Man, I got so many tabs up here. I don't pay attention. Let's go to defense and special teams. Duh. It's early, guys. Coaches are early morning. All right, defense got you 10 points. All right. Yeah, not nothing too big, nothing too shabby. Uh, but a nice little 10 points there. They allowed 12 points. But they got 1 interception and 2 sacks, so that's why they kept you at a nice solid 10. So you started them. I mean, at least you're above 9 points. And if you started the 49ers kicker, good job. He got you, I believe, was it 12? Where you at? Yep, 12 points. Graham Gano only got 9. He kicked 4 field goals. Let's think about that. Let us think about that. He kicked 4 and only got 9 points. So, I mean, all right. I don't know. They just these Giants are. It's going to be a rough year. Yeah, I think only have won 6 games. Last place in the NFC East. I mean, there's nothing there because they having no receivers. Like I'm not even sure it's Daniel Jones. I don't really know. Oh, looking at this, I was watching the game, and it's just like I don't know. It's like they have it, and it's just they're not implementing it. If that makes sense. Like I don't know. I don't know. They'll have drives where it look really good, and then they're field goaling or they're punting. They're not getting in the end zone is the issue. So hopefully they figure it out. It's week 3. It's week 3. We got a lot of time left. 0-3 though. I mean 1-2. It's not bad. They're not bad off. Okay, they're not 0-3. All right. So we're gonna have some this weekend though, right? I mean, because that's a perfect time to jump into the starting 6 for week 3 because somebody losing. Somebody's going 0-3 based off some of these playoffs some of these player stats that's going to happen in week 3. And it's going to be some fun football. Hopefully, we see a lot of touchdowns. But as Tomo stated, hey guys, defenses ain't no slouch no more. Defenses are actually stopping teams. So It's why we're not seeing so many high numbers and touchdowns. It's why quarterbacks aren't starting the season off with 4 or 5 touchdowns. Okay. And then just digressing to three, throwing for 500 and something yards to start the season, but then digressing to 3-2. No, that's why they're starting off low with numbers, and hopefully these numbers will climb. But the defenses are playing really, really good right now. And they're not allowing teams to score too many points. A lot of points are coming collectively between rushing, quarterback play, and defenses. Like Cowboys got it all, so that's why they're putting up 40-something points because everybody's scoring between defense, special teams, offense. It's just everything's going on with them right. When the last time you heard me say something like that? And yes, it ain't no fluke. It's gonna last a little bit. Like I already had them winning 9 games, but they look like they're on the verge of a 10-11 game win season. Second place, possibly first place. That's looking good right now. They're looking real good. Let's see. Quarterbacks to start and sit. Hey, I did. Hey, you know what's funny? I even predicted Sam Darnold would show up in the fourth quarter of this game because, again, if it's in the fourth quarter and the Giants had 10 points, they're not coming back. And what happened in the fourth quarter? They had 12 points. They weren't coming back. Then what happened? Yes, time for Sam Darnold to play out the rest of these 2-3 minutes in the fourth quarter. Okay, that's why I was hoping for that one score Purdy touchdown, and I couldn't get it. But it's cool. It's cool. You owe me, Purdy. All right, so let's see. Patrick Mahomes against Chicago is an automatic start. I'm not even getting into logistics. I will say this: Chicago might be benching Justin Fields soon. Oh yeah, I ain't scared to say that. Oh, coach, you crazy? They ain't finna bench. Why not? He ain't playing good. But let's blame the coach. Let's blame whatever we want to play, regardless of the fact that boy ain't played good football since he touched the season, since he touched the NFL football field. His vision has not gotten better; it's gotten worse. You have to see the field in order to do anything. He abandons his reads. You are not a quarterback when you abandon your reads. When you don't, what are you scared to get hit? You scared to sit in the pocket? Well, why are you running so much? You're not gonna do this by yourself. Go ahead and RG threw it on the doggone running he tried to do. We can use Lamar Jackson as an example because he ran for the okay, but Lamar Jackson still is accurate enough to throw the football down the field and receivers in stride down the field. Justin Fields can't do that. No, he cannot. He holds the ball too long. He makes wrong decisions. He throws it in the double, triple coverage. But if he runs, he gives you 1,143 yards and 5 wins on the season. And y'all want me to sit here and tell you that's talented? He got talent. He missing this. He missing that. He need the right thing this here. He need the right thing that here. Stop. Stop. Because I've seen talent with worse. Do better. Tell me y'all haven't. Come on, man. Like this is he's not good. Like, come on, what more do we need to see? Please tell me what more we need to see. Now you got DJ Moore talking to the opposing defense, okay, with a soundbite, right? Talking about some they ain't using you right. Yeah, tell me about it. What more can Chicago see doing? So now you got a receiver in Chicago not happy about his usage, voicing it to the other, forcing the players know that they're treating you, they're not doing you right. Other players from the whole other organization, not this player side. Not your side, Fields, though. Ain't nobody walking up to you, Justin Fields. Boy, they you right, dog. If they let you just air it out, let you just play it loose, like, I'll be cheating you shit, Field. Sitting here saying that. No, look at that chops to play against Chicago. Watch the Chiefs. Let me tell you about how bad this is. And I hate I'm laughing like this. So I love my city. I was born in Waukegan, Illinois. You understand me? I was born in that orange and blue. I was Cubs fan till I died. And this is how I have to talk about Chicago. Man, come on, bro. Stand the Buccaneers. Got Baker Mayfield and sitting at 2-0. Bowles as a head coach, and they're 2-0. Justin Fields, you garbage. What more do you want me to? I don't care. And I call Clowney garbage. I see trash where it lies on the ground. You just fast enough not to get laid out there. That's all. But you ain't accurate enough. Put the ball in the air and trust the guys who has to run routes and touch from you. You're, bro. Let me tell you right now. This might be the game. That open offensive line, open up. Have at me. He want to run so much. Make our job easy. Quit playing. I done seen people quit on your. I done seen people quit on people on fields many times. Playing, Justin. Playing. Keep running your mouth. But let's be honest. Okay. Let's be real quick. Let's take it back. Let's go back in time. He never even wanted to be a Bear. I seen you in your house touting when you got that phone call. You didn't want to be no Bear. You never wanted to be a Bear. They had to straighten your face. So you already lived the lie in Chicago this entire time. Maybe I'm just the first person to actually come out and say something. But you ain't never wanted to be no Bear. And you had this city sit here and try to fall behind you and your trash arm and your garbage vision. I'm surprised you ain't over here on the couch. Off you next to coach. Because you're too fast. I give you that. You're fast, boy. Why don't you go play wide receiver? Why don't you go over there and see how difficult it is for these boys to break loose on a route to catch a ball from you? You go out there and see what these boys got to go through in a Chicago Bears uniform before you sit out here and try to criticize everybody else rather than the fact that you are not a good football player when it comes to playing quarterback. Sorry, DJ Moore. I've wanted more for you since you gotten in the league. And unfortunately, somebody just don't want you with a quarterback, bro. Don't start Chicago Bear. I wouldn't even start Mooney. I really think the Chiefs defense is gonna come out and just try to. I think they're gonna try to come out and help this kid, bro. I really do. I think they're just Chiefs. Chiefs got an attitude and a little chip as it is because they dealing with their own problems. And what they're not gonna do is address those problems publicly. You understand that man sat here and tried. Okay, I get it. I killed Kadarius Toney in that week one. And I don't really go off. I just tell you, I don't think he's good. Like I don't draft him. I don't think he's worth a roster draft pick. You don't really. Sometimes, cause boy, you just no. Oh, that's the ball. I don't think so. I'll tell you that in game one. Okay. Your quarterback did not come out and destroy you. Your coach did not come out and destroy you. Okay. Alexander Madison is not playing good. They got another player, and they came out and said, "Oh, we have all the confidence in the world in Alexander Madison. It could be lying to the entire world. I don't know." But did they come out and say, well, he's not performing as well as, there's still some work that needs to be done. Come on, do none of that, bro. But you, Justin Fields, who in 3 years have had the lowest quarterback numbers amongst all these quarterbacks, 32 teams, you have the lowest of all of them. Nobody has been lower than you outside of backups. And you come out, and everyone else but you, I've seen that happen before. Good luck good luck this week. But again, start Patrick Mahomes. Absolutely. Again, I'm not doing game predictions. I'm not doing that. I only do those for the Thursday night game. That's a panel thing. But for fantasy purposes, I'm not game predicting. I will predict what I believe a player may have in that game. But I'm not doing score predictions. That takes a lot of time. That's like a whole nother thing. I'm actually not even doing it on my Instagram because Coach ain't got the time. I'm trying to get out great information per fantasy, and that's just pretty much where we try to stick with game predicting. If you ask me on Instagram what I think a team would do, I tell you. But outside of that, that's a lot of extra research and work to do. That's like Coach can't be a student so I can have more time to do that, basically. But as a student and doing this show and a father and working now, hey, I'm just trying to do enough so I give you guys all the great information per these fantasy scores and getting you guys championship wins. All right, if I ain't predicting, I ain't gonna do that. All right, but Patrick Mahomes should have like 4 touchdowns against the Chicago Bears defense. All right, Josh Allen against who are you playing, Joshy? You playing Washington? Start Josh Allen against Washington. Yeah, I still think he may have a turnover or two, but he's good for 16, maybe if it's that low. But I think he'll be good for 25 points. Because he may get you 3 touchdowns, and he will have three twenty five yards. Kind of maybe less if he has like 50 yards rushing. All right. Jalen Hurst against Tampa Bay is a start. That's a Monday night game as well. Uh, Lamar Jackson against Indiana is a start. Joe Burrow against the Rams is a sit. Yep. Joe Burrow. They gave you 2 weeks, pimp. I'm not dropping you, but hey, I need to make a move, especially if I had Brock Purdy, especially if I got Sam Howell. Like he's playing the Denver defense. I get it. Oh, wait, I mean Buffalo's defense. Hold on. Hold what you got before I tell you to start Sam Howell against that Buffalo defense. I need to look at something real quick. Let me see here. No, do not start Sam Howell against Buffalo. Buffalo, wait, hold on. Let me double check one thing. Week 2, week 1, 3, week 2, 2 interceptions. Yeah, start Sam Howell. The offensive line is decent enough. You can start Sam Howell. Yeah, if that again, that's if you have two scans Sam Howell. If you have no other, you know what I'm saying? Again, he is not our starter unless he is the quarterback we drafted and loaded up on weapons. Remember that. But if you need to start Sam Howell, yeah, I could start him against the Buffalo defense. That's not a problem. Um, he'd be good for 2 touchdowns, 275 yards passing. Let's see. Justin Herbert against Minnesota is a start. These 2-0-2 teams. Somebody got to win. Unless we having a 45-45 tie. Because nobody knows how to win. I don't know. Because, boy, don't get me wrong, start Justin Herbert. He has great numbers, but, geez, I don't know who winning this game. They might really end in a dang old tie. All right. Let's see. Justin Fields is a sit. I'm about ready to drop him. I wouldn't have him on my team, so I ain't worried about it. Trevor Lawrence against Houston is a start. He has a bounce back game, definitely against Houston's defense. Tua against Denver. I'm starting Tua against Denver. If you got Tyreek Hill, if you got Jalen Waddle, even if you got Barrios, they got some nice weapons. You got a nice run game. I'm starting Tua. I don't think his numbers are going to be big, maybe 250, 223. But I think he'll be good for 2 tutties. Let's see. The Denver defense ain't no slouch now. Let's remember that. And hopefully Denver's offense just kind of isn't keeping their defense. If Denver's offense ain't got it together, Tua got 3 touchdowns on the day. Because that means that defense of Denver is on the field a little too much, and Tyree gonna light it up. Kirk Cousins against the Chargers. Yes, Chargers can't stop a cold. Until they show me they can, yeah, start Kirk Cousins. I think he'll be good for another 28 points. Deshaun Watson against Tennessee. I'm benching. I'm benching Deshaun. He hasn't played good football. I don't know what's going on. But in the last 2 weeks, he had a good game week. Nah, he ain't had no great game. It's only because he had 2 touchdowns. Last week he played like trash against Pittsburgh. I'm gonna start Deshaun Watson. Yeah, you can start him. He had better. Here's the weird thing. Pittsburgh defense showed up. All right, I get it. He lost Nick Chubb. All right, they still made the game really close. They came back and beat the Browns. I still have the Browns high. It's Tennessee. They're not great. I'll start Deshaun Watson if you have to. I think he'll have a better game this week. I think 2 touchdowns, 240 yards. He'll have a good game. Dak Prescott against Arizona is a definite start. Dak will have, let's see, what have you done so far, Dacky? Uh, yeah, he'll be good for another 255 and 2 touchdowns. Absolutely. Because I think, it's, again, against Arizona, they're going to run the ball. Anthony Richardson, let's look at this report. Well, he's questionable, and they don't have much on the concussion right now. So, if he's good to go, let's see. He is playing against Baltimore. He is a. I'm gonna. I'm not gonna start Anthony Richardson against Baltimore. I think he's only gonna get like 13 points. Yeah, I think that defense is gonna be enough to not have him go crazy. And with that concussion he just had, they might scale him back from running a little bit. So yeah, I would bench Anthony Richardson. All right, Geno Smith against Carolina is a start. Russell Wilson against Miami. It's a start. It's a start. Jared Goff against Atlanta is a start. Jordan Love against New Orleans is a bench. I'm not starting Jordan Love against New Orleans. That defense is nice. I can't do it. Matthew Stafford against Cincinnati is a start. Kenny Pickett against the Raiders is Kenny. Ah. Kenny Pickett is a bench right now. I need more improvement before we start Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is a bench. Derek Carr against Green Bay is a start. Kyler Baker Mayfield against Philly is a start. I can start Baker Mayfield against Philly. It's Philly's run defense that's the big problem. You can't run on them. Philly's pass defense, you can air it out. Both teams, Mac Jones and who played them first? It was Patriots. Yeah, it was Patriots, and then who they played last week? Oh, I can't remember. But both teams were able. Oh, Minnesota. Both teams were able to air it out. All right. I mean, you got to think against Philly defense, Jettas went for 150 some yards passing. They didn't score a touchdown, but do had like 15 catches for 150 yards. So yeah, yeah, you can start. You can definitely start Baker Mayfield against Philly. That might be a little gold nugget right there. Start Baker Mayfield. Jimmy Garoppolo against Pittsburgh? No, not doing that. Bryce Young is doubtful, pretty much out. Sam Howell against Buffalo, if you have to. Mac Jones against New Jersey. I can't believe what I'm about to say, right? Mac Jones against New Jersey is a start. And don't get me wrong, it's gonna look, that's not gonna look great in the beginning. Because that just defense is gonna come out very strong. All right. But let's remember one thing. Jets ain't got no offense. They have no quarterback. That's gonna show. That's gonna get ugly. Patriots are gonna turn them over. You gotta remember, it's the Patriots defense still. This is a really good game for Bill Belichick to show out. I'm starting the Patriots defense in this game. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Hey, Zach, don't throw the ball. No, no. What's the matter? Just Bill Belichick himself. Don't throw that ball, pimp. All right, but Mac Jones, I think Mac Jones gonna go for 3 touchdowns. It'll be late. It'll be one in the second half if he doesn't get it in the first quarter, and then I think it'll be 2 in the fourth quarter. All right, if not one. But he'll be good for possibly close to 300 yards passing. Uh, C.J. Stroud against Jacksonville. I mean, you can start him. 384 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had a fumble, but he had 21 points fantasy. So against Jacksonville, I would start him. Again, my biggest thing is the Houston Texans ain't gonna win because they can't score in the red zone. They have a running game. It's just him. He has a big arm. When the red zone comes, his arm is too big. He's not shrinking it. He's overthrowing his receivers in the red zone. So again, 300 some yards, he's got a powerful arm. And it's showing in the open field. So yeah, I would start CJ Stroud. See, yeah, I think in fantasy is this is different than me talking about a player and what his career is going to be like. He's not gonna have a good career. This ain't that. This is a fantasy football game, okay, against a defense and stat lines that we believe that a person is going to put up based on what they've already done. Based on what he's already done, he's already shown you in week one, he threw for 242 for week one. He just didn't have a touchdown, but he had 10 points. All right. It's week two, 384. That man jumped from 242 to 384. Now look at these numbers in week one against Baltimore, a great defense. 28-44. He had 28 completions for 44. Now look at these numbers. Look at these numbers in Indiana, 30 for 47. But they're losing because there's a lot of other issues with this team. But for fantasy purposes, think against Jacksonville, if he put up 242 against Baltimore, I think CJ Stroud is good for another 300-yard game and another 200 yards. Could they upset the Jacksonville in this game? Maybe. Jacksonville to me didn't show out. They didn't have a good showing against the Chiefs. I thought they should have played better. Maybe again, I believe this could be a bounce back game for Trevor Lawrence, meaning they have to put up 4 touchdowns. But I don't think Texans are winning this game, but I have CJ Stroud starting. Ryan Tannehill against Cleveland. That is a no. Do not start Ryan Tannehill. Desmond Ridder against Detroit. Nope. Zach Wilson. No. Joshua Dobbs against Dallas. Man, I don't know what it is, but Joshua Dobbs don't warm my own heart, man. I don't know what it is, bro. But he warmed me up, man. I think it's because of the alopecia that he's dealing with. And I saw the segment of him with the cheerleader who's also dealing with alopecia, and his bravery and confidence literally allowed her to walk free just for a moment. When they did their picture and everything, and it's man, look, it's stuff like that. It's stuff like that that makes you hope that little boy stay off the field. Let's get him on Kyler Murray. I'm all about Josh Dobbs. Start Josh Dobbs. Start him. Yeah, I'm Josh Dobbs it. I don't care. And it warmed up my heart. Arizona, I don't believe you're gonna go always. Well, of course, you're not gonna always 17 anymore because you didn't win a game. But you know what I mean? Got more confidence in you behind this Josh Dobbs character than I have with that little boy and his brother. James Conner looked happy. He looked like he running good. If you have James Conner on your roster, start him. If you have James Conner on your roster, be happy. He's happy. Josh Dobbs guy is bringing life to Arizona that I personally am loving. Start Josh Dobbs. I think he's going to be good for another 25. Who's he playing? Well, I still got Brady here. He playing Dallas D. Nah, don't start Josh Dobbs. Trayvon gone. Who knows? Hey, look. That last game might open on slightly. What did he have? All right, he had 228. Let me go look at what Dallas gives up. Let me see here. No, 0-2 Cardinals. Yeah, they're still 0-2. Yeah, I don't know. That pass rush for Dallas got me. Nah, let me not get too pumped up. Let me not get too pumped up. Don't start Josh Dobbs. Don't start. That Dallas defense. Even with Trayvon gone, I don't think 228 ain't enough to beat the Dallas to do anything against that Dallas defense. Uh, and I still got to see somebody score. So no, don't do that. Don't let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. What did Port say? Yeah, he's going. Yeah. Every report. Yeah, don't worry about it. Man, got a little too happy. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. We ain't starting them. No, sir, we are not starting Josh Dobbs against that Dallas defense. Do not disrespect that Dallas defense like that. You will suffer them consequences. All right. Moving on to running backs. Let's see here. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Get away from this game. We already did them. Austin Eckler. Let's see. Did I play week 2? He should be able to be a viable starter and running back once he gets up and running, but keep an eye on news considered an option for week 3. All right, so he's up in the air for week 3, basically. Till the reports come out later today, just don't do anything until you see the injury report. If he's on the injury report, I don't believe he's going to play tomorrow. Let's see. Derrick Henry is questionable, but he's fine. Start Derrick Henry against Cleveland. Bijan Robinson against Detroit is a start. Tony Pollard against Arizona is a start. Josh Jacobs against Pittsburgh is I would not start him. I don't know what's going on with Josh, but I would not start him. Joe Mixon against the Rams. Let's see. I'm not starting Joe Mixon against the Rams. Two running backs have not been playing good. All right, Travis Etienne. Let's see. It's the Texans. Yeah, start him. We can start him. He should be on. Aaron Jones. Let's look at this report. Let's see. Let's say again. You know what? Again, Aaron Jones. Based on the injury report, if he's good to go based off the injury report later this afternoon, he's a start against New Orleans. They are talking that New Orleans has a softer rush defense, so yeah, I would start him. Jamar Gibbs against Atlanta is a start. Ramondre Stevenson against New Jersey is a start. Kenneth Walker against Carolina is a start. Najee Harris against Las Vegas. Yeah, yeah. Start him. Start Najee. Boy, I swear to God, Najee Harris. Hey, if Najee Harris don't go off this week, he's a drop. That I know it might be early, but guess what? We got 2 weeks of trash. At least everybody else is giving you a week of something. 2 weeks of trash. Third week is a drop. That's what I'm calling. I'm sorry. Sorry, Javon. I really am, but bruh, he's not playing good football at all. Let's see. James Conner is a start. Hold on. Let's not get too crazy. He is starting against Dallas's defense. Let's see here. Uh, nope. Nope. No James Conner against his Dallas defense. I'm sorry. Dallas defense gonna have to show me you can do something to them. But right now, no. Don't start Dallas. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let's see where we at. Rashad White against Philly. No, do not start Rashad White against Philly. You don't start running backs against Philly's defense. James Cook against Washington. Let me see. What's the report on him? Well, he had 107. He had 123 yards off 17 carries. All right. Um, if you start James Cook, put him in your flex. I don't trust him against Washington's front, but put him in your flex due to the fact that he can catch and he can do more open field damage. So yeah, I would flex him. I don't think he's going to score that 19 again. I don't think he's going to rush for 123 yards on his Washington defense. That's what I don't think. But I think he's good enough to start in a flex or even a super flex. Kyron Williams against Cincinnati. Yep, I'll start him. Brees Hall against New England. Shoot. Let's see. He's a flex option. Miles Sanders is a do not start. Alexander Madison is against the. I don't know. I think I'm sitting Madison against the Chargers. I just think he's dealing with a lot right now between a new player coming in, between the races. punks that he had to deal with. Um, I don't think he's ready to be fed in this game. They're going to go in the air. It's easier to attack the Chargers that way. I think that's just where they're going to go. So I would sit Alexander Madison. Damian Pierce. Pierce checks in at best as a flex candidate in a deep format. You know what that means? Bro, if you're in a 16-man league and you need 5 points, there you go. Bro, he's not good. He's not good. 15 carries. He got 31 yards last week off 15 carries. You had 2.1 yards a carry. Week 1 against Baltimore, 11 for 38, 3.5. Now, will he do a little something against Jacksonville? He might. He might get you 12, 15. Uh, but again, you really think they're going to run the ball that heavily with CJ Stroud in that arm when he just threw for 384 yards? You see the imbalance Texans are dealing with? Damian Pierce was not a good option for this team. He's not a good option for your team. I would, if you start him, you flexing him. I tell you that much. I wouldn't start him. He wouldn't be on my team anyway. Uh, Isaiah Pacheco. Where we at, Pacheco? What we got going on with you? Yeah, I'm starting him. I'm starting Isaiah Pacheco against Chicago. Absolutely. DeAndre Swift against Tampa Bay is a start. Javonte Williams against Miami is a start. I just hope he does something with it. Yeah, the Dolphins have surrendered the 5th most rushing yards per game to running backs. So hopefully we see a nice little pop from Javonte in this game. So I start him in a flex. Yep. Let's see. Montgomery is questionable, but don't worry about it. Jamar Gibbs is taking over this game. Even if Montgomery plays, I wouldn't. I don't even know if I have him. I think they're going to just go ahead and ride Gibbs in this game and let Montgomery properly heal. Brian Robinson is a start. Brian Robinson has earned the starting role in your fantasy lineups. Absolutely. 13 in week 1, 28 in week 2, off 2 touchdowns. Okay. Uh, and he's going against Buffalo. I get it. The defense is nice, but I think he can do a lot. Again, he's taking the starting role in this offense. Again, I got to commend my man Mark because he called this one out. Oh, he was called the call out, bro. He was so, I mean, when I say on point, we get on Mark so much, but look, this ain't no hashtag silence Mark 2023. Nope. Nope. Hashtag screaming loud, Mark. You was right. Uh, Raheem Mostert against Denver is a start. Dalvin Cook against he's a flex. Jerome Ford is a start against Tennessee. I know they have Kareem Hunt, but I would still start Jerome Ford. AJ Dillon is a flex. Oh, hold on. AJ Dillon is nothing anymore. He's done. Khalil Herbert for Chicago. Let's see. Kiki. Let me call that man Kiki. Khalil. And doggone Drake song. The minute I said Khalil Herbert, and then Kiki. I'll give it. Let's see. Nah, I wouldn't start Khalil Herbert in this game. Nope. I wouldn't. Samaje P. Ryan is a no. I wouldn't start him either. Tyler Algier. I don't know, man. He got the same amount of carries. Okay, he had 15 carries in week 1, right? But he had 2 touchdowns, 24 points. He had 6 carries, only 48 yards, no touchdowns. That's the issue with Tyler Algier. I'm gonna say right now, I'm not doing it. I think they're gonna go ahead. Let me tell you about that boy Bijan. No, I don't. Okay, I get it. Atlanta's 2-0. Can't believe it's 2-0. Can't believe it might lose $100. But hey, he said I'll take that bet to see if it happens. And right now, whatever they're doing is working. They 2-0. And Bijan, remember what I told you? If with 6 games, if they only win 6, 7 games, right? This on the back of Bijan, right? I said that. It's on the back of Bijan. Here's what I mean by that. As you can see, he can do it on his own. He don't need a line. Well, he need a line, but he don't need to follow nobody. No, buddy can shift and move on his own. Like it's solo when it goes to him type thing. It's awesome. So with that being said, Algier is not a start because again, he's gonna get the same 15 carries that he's getting. It's what can he do above that when he gets his carry. You see what I'm saying? If you have the trust in him, maybe he had a glow game, you think he might get in the end zone when he gets his chance. But I just think the ball is going more so to Bijan now. Let's see. Zach Moss. Hey, my man Buddha. We had a we had a discussion about Zach Moss, bro. I mean, so much so I get it. I get it. Something, that he get passionate and be careful. He might loose lip something. Hey, passion is passion. Passion might make you say something crazy because you don't want people just ain't listening to you. And maybe if you pop off at the mouth, they might. Why would he have to say something so crazy just to get my attention? Now he got my attention. Look here. Now he got my attention. This was one start, as he did not play in week one. This is one start from Zach Moss. 18 carries, 88 yards, one touchdown, 4 receptions for 19 yards. Yeah, 20 points. Is he going to do that against Baltimore? No. He'll get you 15, 12. He is a flex option. Absolutely. So much so, I missed out on Zach Moss. And if he has a good game against Baltimore, Zach Moss, you want coach's apology. Absolutely. Hey, man, I missed it. I didn't see it. I did not. I didn't see. I didn't see it because you was with Baltimore or Buffalo, and it didn't work out. And it just I didn't. I don't know. I honestly don't know why they didn't use you. I thought you were that, but I don't know what happened. Maybe because they paid that boy too much money. He to run it. I don't know. But you did a great job. You did a great job for your first start on a new team where nobody had any expectations of what you were going to do. Nobody. Yes, sir. You are a definite start. Again, flex option. I think because they're playing Baltimore and Baltimore defense is good. Uh, let you know. Yeah, I think he's going to at least still get in the end zone one time, and that is what I think that's what warrants you a start. Is the fact that I believe you get in the end zone more than the people I have seen. Kareem Hunt, he's a start. They're going to use the hell out of him. Again, they're going to use Isaiah Ford. They're going to use both of them. But remember, Kareem Hunt does so much for this team. All right, so he's going to be he's a definite start. Jerick McKinnon he's not a start. Kenneth Gainwell, he's questionable. Wait for the injury report. But again, Swift, I think, is taking the lead. Gus Edwards. Gus, you sneaky man. What, because see, I like these 12 points he had. If you have to, I'm starting Gus in the flex. Absolutely. He does that. He does that to you. Don't start him in your start. If you have to, if you got the room, even if he ain't on the flex, put him on your bench if you can put him on your team. I think he's gonna get some work, and I think they're working how Gus is gonna get get the ball alongside Justice Hill. I think they're gonna split carries is what they're gonna do. Zeke Elliott is no, he ain't gonna start. I think Ramondre gonna go off, honestly. And guess what? If Ramondre Stevenson goes off, I gotta sit here and do another apology because I dropped him. I dropped him in my rankings below Najee, below Javante Williams, and he's playing better than both of those players. So if he goes off against his Jets defense, I owe that man an apology. So far we got where you at? Ramondre Stevenson and Zach Moss on the apology list. All right, so let's see here. Chuba Hubbard is not a start. Damian Harris is not a start. Am I missing anybody? Deuce Vaughn. Le Deuce. Le Deuce. Nope, Deuce is not a start. No. He was just a preseason warm up. He's not a start. All right. Wide receivers. Justin Jefferson is a start. Jamar Chase. Let me see. I'm flexing him. It's hard to bench him because you want it to go good, but if you can get somebody else, you know it's scoring, and then you can deal with his 8 points in the flex. Do that. Do that. Uh, Tyreek Hill is a start. Just Stephon Diggs is the start. CD Lamb is a start. Devontae Adams is a start. AJ Brown is a start. Yes, AJ Brown is definitely a start. Again, you guys look. He just wanted the ball. He just wanted. He wanted the ball. All right. He wanted the ball. Him and his quarterback had a nice little discussion on the sideline. You got guys. They can talk to each other however they want to. They're not disrespecting each other. He's upset. He can be upset. If you can't go to your quarterback with frustration, then who the hell are you supposed to talk to? That's not a coach problem. That's your teammate. You talk to your teammate. Okay, like maybe it's something he's not seeing, and AJ's trying to get him to see it. All right, that's look. Tom Brady done did it with. I didn't see Tom Brady and Moss go at it. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? They went undefeated, and they had to live tit for tat. I didn't see him go off of Edelman, Welker. I didn't see and boy, let me tell you, the meanest one of them all is Peyton Manning. Have you heard him on the sideline talking to his offensive line, bro? Or talking to the bro? What you mean, dog? I'm trying to tell you. Manning was not nice. Manning was Jordan and Kobe when it came to teammates and getting their ass. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? He was mean, bro. Brady with all them rookies. Oh my God, he was airing them out on the field. But guess what? Where else are you supposed to air them out? Big balls. Just try to go into the locker room and took it away. No, that's the ball. It's in the heat of the moment aggression, and that's okay. They're not belittling anybody. Y'all gotta look at things for what they are. Okay. Frustration happens on the field. Okay. AJ was frustrated. You got to think he had a great game week one, just for 29 yards week two, and you got to think about it. Was his frustration really with Hurts? No, it shouldn't have been, but it was. This is a quarterback, and he's not thinking beyond the elements. The elements said, "No, it's not your night." The universe said, "No, it's Smitty." You don't want the universe to tell you all that, so you mad at your quarterback. You take it out on the lowest man on the total pole. Okay, you ain't coming for the universe. The universe ain't gonna help you. They only gave you 29 yards. They gave Schmitty all the rest of the work. Look, it wasn't his night. Basically, is what I'm saying. Okay, this week is gonna be great against Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay will take a loss. Absolutely, it's gonna be a good game, though. I think. Amon-Ra St. Brown is questionable. That's the one thing, boy. He gonna be banged up. He gonna get banged up. He's small, but he's so good. Uh, he's dealing with cramps. Okay, that's fine. If he's dealing with cramps, I think he'll be okay. They're gonna shoot him up with something. He'll be fine. Uh, and it's against Atlanta, so yeah. What I think is they're gonna work in a little bit more of the tight end, and they're gonna work in more of the run game. And Josh, I'll keep telling y'all. So what they're gonna try to do is scale back Amarad only to probably, red zone work where he's so effective. So he'll probably be more good for more 4 or 5 catches, 60 yards, and maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns is what I see Amarad doing. Um, Devontae Smith, he's questionable. What are you dealing with, pimp? Ain't nothing. He's just questionable. He'll be fine. No, they're not dealing with anything. So he's a start. Garrett Wilson against New England. I'm gonna say he's a start. No, I'm not. He's the best option that they have. He ain't no start. He getting that taken away quick by Belichick. Sit Garrett Wilson. You should have sat. You should have sat Tyreek Hill last week. I told you it was a Jalen Waddle game, but Jalen got hurt. That's all. Uh, T. Higgins is a start. Jalen Waddle. What are we dealing with, Jalen? Let's see. He begins week 3 in concussion protocol. If he's clear, Waddle. Okay, so he has to clear protocol by basically this afternoon. If he does, he's a start. If he doesn't, of course, he's a sit. DK Metcalf against Carolina is a start. Chris Olave against Green Bay is a start. Let me double check that. You did, yeah, it's definitely a start. I told y'all they got a quarterback and Chris Olave go eat. Keenan Allen is a start against Minnesota. Calvin Ridley is a start against Houston. Amari Cooper. I told y'all to bench him last week. He got 16 points, huh? See, I bet now watch this. Start Amari Cooper. And watch him crack the bed. Watch him crack the bed. Start Amari Cooper. Go ahead. He shouldn't crack the bed against Tennessee. But so go ahead and start Amari Cooper. DeAndre Hopkins. Ooh. No, do not start. If you have to start him, I'd flex him against Cleveland. I really don't want to start him though, but I flex him. Mike Evans is a start against Philly. Chris Godwin is a start against Philly. Puka Nuaka. Puka Nakua. I can't do that man's name. Puka Nakua against Cincinnati is a definite start. But, bro, he's not getting 15 targets again. No, that's not happening. He'll probably get 10, 12, but he's not getting 15 targets. That's not going to happen. No. Well, yes, he is definitely a start. Absolutely. DJ Moore, no. Sorry. They don't like you. They don't use you right. Mike Williams against Minnesota. I don't like you. I do not. Yeah, he's a start. Tyler Lockett is definitely a start. Terry McLaurin is a start. Christian Watson is not a start. Michael Pittman is definitely a start. He loves his new quarterback, Anthony Richardson. George Pickens is a start. Jerry Jeudy is a start. Marquise Brown is not a start. Drake London. Drake. I'm gonna start Drake London. Flex him. Flex Drake London. Zay Flowers is definitely a start. Christian Kirk is a start. Jordan Addison. I'm fading Jordan Addison against. I don't know something. I don't know why I don't like Jordan Addison in this game. If you start him, flex him. Do not put him in your starting lineup in your top receiver spots. Michael Thomas is a bench. Cortland Sutton. I don't like him either. He's a starter. Let's see. All right, Kobe Myers. Are you playing? Let's see. Let's see if he's ready to go. Flex value. If he plays against Pittsburgh, flex value. Yeah. Jahan Dotson is I want to start him, but let me check. Nope. Don't start Jahan Dotson against Buffalo. Gabe Davis. Yeah, you can start Gabe Davis against Washington. Let's see. Nico Collins is a start against Jacksonville. Jackson Smith. Nah, no start. Odell Beckham is not a start. Brandon Cooks, you ready to go, Phil? No. Nope. It thought it was going to be something that ain't. Sky Moore, have you fixed yourself? No. Well, he got a touch. No, nope, you didn't. You got a touchdown. You got lucky. But it is against Chicago, so yeah, you can start Sky Moore. Traylon Burke. No, I'm benching Traylon Burke against Cleveland. Juju against the Jets. I'm benching him. Tutu Atwell. You are a start. Tutu Atwell is a start against Cincinnati. Let's see. Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen is a start against Seattle. Flex option though. Aaron Mooney is a start. He seems to be the only person. I don't know. He's dealing with some soreness. He left Sunday due to a knee injury, so he didn't play in week 2. Nah. A flex option if you play him, if you feel safe playing him. I don't feel safe with it. I wouldn't start him. Elijah Moore, nope. Guess we seen the Elijah Moore we're gonna get. Ain't nothing there. Quentin Johnson, same with you. Ain't nothing there. No start. Rondell Moore. Let's see. Rondell. No, don't start Rondell. Don't start anything against the Cowboys. See, Michael Gallup, what we got for you? You are not a start. Let's see. DJ Chark is not a start. Tyler Boyd, not a start. Kadarius Toney. No. He's a no, don't start Kadarius Toney. Kendrick Bourne. Um, let's see. Kendrick Bourne against the Jets. No. Not starting Kendrick Bourne. Josh Reynolds is a start against Atlanta. Absolutely. I told y'all Josh Reynolds is going to be good for 4 to 5 catches. I said Josh Reynolds is going to be good between 50, 60 yards, 70 yards a game. For week 1, 4 for 80. Week 2, 5 for 66 and 2 touchdowns. What more do y'all want? Josh Reynolds is a start. Flex option, but he's a start. Alan Lazard is a bench. Romeo Dobbs is a start. Rashid Shaheed. I'm gonna start you. Yeah, I'm gonna start Rashid. I flex him, but he's a start. I think he's earned that a little bit. KJ Osborne. Nah, I don't like you. He's a start. He's not a start. Tank Dell, do not start. Do not start Robert Woods. Jaden Reed. I called a good start last week. 2 touchdowns, 19 points. Um, oh yeah, so his touchdown rate is not sustainable. So I agree with that, right? Um, without those 2 touchdowns, he's 7 points. Um, I'd flex him. He could get in the end zone against New Orleans. I'd flex him. Marquez Valdez-Scantling against Chicago is a bench. Let's see. Van Jefferson is a bench. Curtis Samuel do not start. Hunter Renfro do not start. Jonathan Mingo don't start. Chase Claypool drop if you better not be on your roster. Rashad Bateman do not start. Rasheed Rice do not start. Marvin Mims. No, don't start Marvin Mims. Allen Robinson the second. Flex if you have to. If you have better options, play the better options. Donovan Peoples-Jones do not start. Alec Peck, here Alec Pierce don't start. Marvin Jones don't start. Josh Downs don't start. Miko Harmon do not start. John Michie don't start. Justin Ross don't start. All right. Tight ends. What do we got? George Kittle. No, where we at? Daniel. No. Wrong people, wrong teams. All right, here we go. Travis Kelce is a start. TJ Hawkinson is a start. Mark Andrews is a start. Dallas Goedert is a start. Evan Ingram is a start. Kyle Pitts is a bench. Pat Fairmouth, don't start. David Njoku, don't start. Tyler Higbee, don't start. Cole Kmet, don't start. Dalton Schultz, don't start. San Laporta, start. Dalton Kincaid, don't. You can start him. You can start Kincaid. Hunter Henry, start. Zach Ertz, start. No, don't start Zach Ertz. He's playing Dallas. Gerald Everett, don't start. Let's see here. CO, I can't do your name, pimp, from Tennessee. I can't do your name. CO, do not start. Juwan Johnson, don't start. Jake Ferguson, don't start. Hayden Hurst, don't start. Luke Musgrave don't start. Dawson Knox don't start. Tyler Conklin don't start. Taysom Hill start. Start Taysom Hill. Mike Gesicki don't start him. Irv Smith don't start. Isaiah Likely don't start. Logan Thomas don't start. Noah Fant don't start. Michael Mayer do not start. Cade Otton don't start. Noah Gray don't start. Durham Smith don't start. Kyle Grayson don't start. Austin Hooper don't start. Trey McBride don't start. Adam Trautman don't start. And Darnell Washington do not start. Okay, defenses. What we got? Cowboys starting the Cowboys defense. Starting the Bills defense against Washington. You'd be good for like 10 points, possibly 12. I think they might get a couple turnovers in that game against Washington. I think they will be Washington in this game. Saints against Green Bay start. Steelers against Vegas start. Browns against Tennessee start. Jets against New England do not start. Eagles against Tampa Bay. Don't start the Eagles. Patriots start. Dolphins defense against Denver. No, don't start Dolphins defense against Denver. Chiefs defense against Chicago start. Ravens defense against Indiana start. Packers against the New Orleans Saints do not start. Jacksonville Jaguars start. Nope, don't start. They gonna get 300 yards put up on them with 2 touchdowns. Don't start that defense. Yeah, don't start Jacksonville defense. Washington Commanders don't start. Buccaneers don't start. Bengals don't start. Panthers don't start. Seattle start. Broncos don't start. Titans don't start. Colts don't start the Colts. Texans don't start. Cardinals don't start. Chargers don't start. Vikings don't start. Raiders don't start. Rams start. And Bears don't start. All right. And as for kickers, we're going to get some respect to these kickers. Justin Tucker is a definite start. Harrison Butler is a start. Evan McPherson, you are not a start. Jake Elliott is a definite start. I would be surprised if somehow that's what they win more by more field goals than touchdowns. Eagles versus Tampa Bay. Tyler Bass is a start. Daniel Carlson, Pittsburgh, you're not a start. Jason Myers in Seattle is not a start. Young Hoku is just if you can't find a better option, you can start him. Cameron Dicker, he's a start for the Chargers. Matt Gay for Indiana is not a start. Let's see. Brandon McManus in Jacksonville is he's a start. Eddie Pinero is I guess Seattle. No, he's start. Yeah. If you need an option, you can start Eddie Pinero. I like him in this game against Seattle. Nick Folk in Tennessee. You're old, dude, but he is killing it. Yes, definite start. Cario Santos in Chicago. Nope. Brett Mayer. Yes, start Brett Mayer. Riley Patterson. No, do not start Riley Patterson. Jason Sanders. Against Denver. Yeah, I would start Jason Sanders against Denver. Dustin Hopkins in Cleveland. Let's see. Nope. Don't start Justin Hopkins. Greg Zerline. No, don't start Greg Zerline. Greg Joseph. Don't start Greg Joseph. They pass too much. Chris Boswell. Yeah, you can start Chris Boswell. Will Lutz in Denver. No. Anders Carlson in Green Bay. No. Blake Group in New Orleans. Yes. Matt Prater. No. Not against Dallas. Chase McLaughlin. Who y'all playing? Chase? Philly? No. Chad Ryland in New England? No. Jaime Fairbairn in Houston? Uh, nah. He's not kicking. He's not kicking far enough. Basically, he's kicking field goals, and they're not the ones you want. They just can't get in the red zone, and those aren't enough points. I mean, they can't score in the red zone, and red zone field goals aren't enough points. Joey Slide. Ooh, he's like right there, but he's playing Buffalo. Nah, don't start Joey Slide. And let's see. Austin Siebert, because that's who's coming in for Greg Zerline. No, don't start him. And there we have it. Those are your kickers. That's everybody, people. We have gone through the entire roster of fantasy football quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, flex, defenses, and kickers for week 3. You have all your starts and your sits for Sunday night football, and Monday night. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope we all enjoy week 3. I actually hope we see a little bit more points. But if you notice, I'm giving you guys yards. I'm scaling back on touchdowns, and it's because defenses are playing very well. Think about it. I am naming a lot of defenses you should start. And defenses are playing really, really good. The sack numbers are up. Turnover numbers are up. I think it's going to continue like that in week 3. But I think offenses are playing very balanced coming into week 3. We saw a little bit of that with week 2. So hopefully we get more in week 3 and get more balance. But hey, guys, I love the show. I had a great time with you guys today. And I'll see you all next week with week 4. Have a good night.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.